Yeah, I thought the old GoPro had given up the ghost the other day because I used it a few times, and when I got back home there was sound but no picture. So I thought the GoPro was finished. But I thought I'd just give a try of uploading some more firmware and hopefully it's going again. If you see a picture now, it's going again. If it looks a little different down there as well, because different bike, it kind of got the feeling that Entropy was getting the better of a lot of my bits and pieces, because the old Bianchi is still going, but just about everything on it's knackered. The gears are going, the brakes are going, the saddle stem's loose. And so I looked on eBay the other day and saw a bike for €120, old mountain bike. So we'll give that a try, see how it is. Feels okay. Takes a little while to get used to the different perspectives. But that Entropy thing about things falling to bits, and they always seem to fall to bits at the same time as well. So I thought the GoPro was kaput. Maybe it still is. And I went on Saturday to shop and got like €100 Rolei action cam. And I took that one on a bike ride with me. I thought, okay, we've got a new camera. That thing wasn't working properly either. The thing switched off after 10 minutes and it kept freezing up. And it felt like a piece of rubbish as well. It was real light plastic. So I took that back on Monday and got my money back. And I've been looking at GoPros online, but too tight to buy one. And it seems like you have to go for 4K these days, but my computer can't handle 4K, and that would mean investing in a new computer as well. So they've got you by the knackers, haven't they? Built-in obsolescence and planned obsolescence. But enough moaning, it's a lovely day today, it's almost spring-like. What I'm really doing is just testing out this bike, see how it rides. Everything seems to be working quite smoothly, the gears and the brakes. Maybe it's a touch heavier than the other one. It's got those suspension forks on at the front. I don't think it's too bad a quality really. I think RockShox is supposed to be pretty good forks, and the frame's quite good. The bike's called a Merida, which I've never heard of before. But after a bit of online googling, it's not too bad really. Quite good reviews. Talking about that Entropy thing, about things losing their energy to the universe. I went in the garden this morning and I wanted to get the hose pipe out to give the old bike a clean, get some mud off it. And got the hose out and I picked it up and it shattered in my hand. The plastic had all gone on it, all broken little pieces. And another piece of rubbish for the oceans. Another piece of plastic rubbish gets stuck in a turtle's nose. So that was like one of those nihilistic memes. You go out, get ready to do something in the garden. First thing you touch crumbles in your hand. Straight away you think, what's that point? Seems to be a lot lower geared, this bike, than the other one. Good for hills. So I'll have to adjust the saddle a bit when I get home. Pressing a bit on the goalies. My own fault though with all the kit wearing out. Electronic stuff does wear out. Plastic things over the years, the chemicals in there to make the plastic soft and pliable, they evaporate out of the material into the air, give you a bit of cancer, and then the plastic becomes brittle and just falls to pieces. Same with everything, innit? Leather, rubber, all perishes. Everything turns to dust pretty quickly. People too. So I try the GoPro in another position, see if it's working up there alright. I had to take all my DIY mounts off the overbike and put them on this one, but they all seem to fit okay. That's the trouble with this weather at this time of year. You go from sweating, take off your jacket, and then you get cold from the sweat. So I'll try and find my way again. I'm never sure about this way because there's two paths. I'm never sure which one I'm on, and this one leads to whether this one leads to a dead end or another one. But I want to get on a forest path and test out the suspension a bit. So let's get going. I don't know if it's just me, but I seem to be chopping down a lot more trees than usual here. Right, this is the right one. Wouldn't have been able to do this on the other bike. Not going down that one anyway. The forks do help a bit. I can feel the forest waking up. No leaves yet, but just a feeling. So I've decided not to go up to the top of the hill in the forest because I'll get the dreaded bonk, I'm sure. Bonk is when you haven't had enough to eat and you get all systems failure and lose all energy. And seeing as I've got no food at all with me and only a little tiny bit of Fanta, I think I'll give it a miss. I meant to bring some stuff, but I packed it in my pannier bag. I forgot to put the pannier bag on the bike. Like a thicker. Sawdust in my eyes. So I reckon that's it for today, partners. I'm going to go in that bit of woods there and have a play with my glass ball, take a few pictures in there. Have a great day. As you can see, we're just experimenting here, seeing what happens. I'm putting the f-stop as high as I can get away with. So I've got not so much depth of field, so the background's in focus. But then you lose light, then that's a problem. So now I'm going to look for a couple of trees that are growing close together, and I can stick that ball between them and see what the shots come out like then. So you can see I've just put the ball there, in that, between that tree there. See if we can get anything decent from that. See, this is a nice interesting piece of sculpture at the end of that tree there. Makes for some nice pictures.